All right, well, with the holidays around the corner, coming together with the family can be great, no doubt. But it can also sometimes be a little stressful, especially if you are blending your family as a step parent. Joining me now is Dr. Lisa Johnson, a family therapist, who is here to talk to us about trying to help you make it a smoother transition. Dr. Johnson, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
You know, when we talk about the holidays, we just talked about this a few moments ago, is that, you know, if you don't already get together as a family, chances are during the holidays is more of a common time when you'll see and mix the both families. So what are some things that both biological and step parents go through during this time?
Well, one of the most important things to remember when you're blending families together is that the biological parent kind of has a natural authority with their children, that the children accept legitimate authority, that the children accept in a way that a new partner in the family won't be as readily accepted by the children. So it's important for the biological parent to take the primary role in terms of discipline and guiding their children. Many times the appeal of having a partner in parenting is to back you up, but really it's important for that step parent to stay in the more of a background and backup and supporting you role rather than to make sure that you can
yeah, no doubt. And for a biological parent, it's also important, as you kind of alluded to it, is to help the child and the partner understand each other.
yes,
right?
they're kind of in the middle between their children and their partner,
Yeah.
and trying to find a happy medium between the two of them. So they're often in the place of having to negotiate between the partners.
And create rules, consequences, and as well as family activities, right?
Yeah, and when you think about the holidays, sometimes people bring traditions from their own life that they want to incorporate into family activities. But it's important that everybody kind of have a voice in that. So
Sure.
include the children in what are the most important things to them. You may be surprised to find out that some things are not as important to your children as you thought they were,
Yeah.
and other things really are. So.
Now, Dr. Johnson, do you see that step parents often have a more difficult time? Do you talk to parents who are just having more of a difficult time with this than the biological parent, for example?
Absolutely. The step parent is in a very precarious position because it's easy for them to feel like an outsider, easy for them to feel pushed out or not included, and they want to be a part of things and they want to be involved, and they're a grown-up, so they really
Sure.
feel like they have a legitimate voice and it's their house too.
I bet that's tough because they don't want to overstep their boundaries.
Exactly.
At the same time, they don't want to come across like they don't care.
Right.
So what are some things that step parents need to know? What can help them?
Well, it's essential that the step parent is there kind of to back up what the biological parent already does. And it's probably important to sit down and talk about what have been some of the spoken and unspoken rules that the family has been operating under, whether it's dinner time or bedtime or the routine in the morning, and whether or not you get to have fruit between meals or not. Those kinds of little things are important for the step parent to become familiar with, and then to introduce ideas to the partner first, and then the partner kind of gives the lowdown to the children. It's also important that the children be included in some of the decision making. Of course, the older they are, the more the voice they have, but even small children can be included in things that are important to them.
And what about, would you suggest that the step parent directly communicate with the biological parent?
The biological parent?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And not so much go through, like, for example, the spouse who is the ex, but...
Right. You're saying that the step parent should communicate with their partner,
Yes,
the biological
yes,
parent?
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's unwise to try to implement any kind of rules or limits on the children that the biological parent isn't on board with.
Okay.
That isn't completely supporting that idea, and that's not a goal.
Well, hopefully we were able to help some folks out there who are dealing with this or are going to have to deal with this come this holiday season.
Absolutely.
Dr. Johnson, thank you so much for coming in and
Thank you.
sharing some information with us. And